Hey guys, today I'm going to kind of do a little intro to the Katadyn backpacker water filter. Now this is one I carry. It's a nice little filter. It's pretty slim and pretty small here. So it packs nice. It does weigh a little bit more, but this one is all stainless steel construction. Good warranty on it, and this thing you're not going to break. I know a couple of those other $60 ones, they'll hold up good if you take care of them, but I didn't like the idea of having plastic in my pack, because things do get bumped around. We're going to do a short little test here. I got 2 liters of water and a water bladder back here. So one of the reasons I like carrying a filter is if you're around water, you can filter. You don't have to carry it in. It's less weight you have to carry. You know, this weighs a pound, a little over a pound. I think might be around 1.5 pounds. I'll have to look. But you know, that's not much water. I think what is water? 8 pounds per gallon or something like that. But another reason I don't have to tear my pack apart to pull my water bladder out to take it out and fill it and put drops in it. All I've got to do is take this off. Of course, I'm going to do it one-handed, and then filter right through there. So we'll get set up and we'll show how that works. Alright, once you have it hooked up, so you just hook this up to you pull off your drink nozzle or your bite valve, and you just hook it up to here. And you just start pumping. These pump pretty easy. I think it does. I'll have to look. I'll get the specs on later, how much volume it does and everything. It doesn't take that long to fill up. You just gotta make sure your float end is submerged in the water, so you don't get all air bubbles. You can see it going right up through the hose, and it fills the. I got a 3-liter water bladder in here. It's the Osprey water bladder, which I'll do a review on that later. But this way you can walk right up to the creek, you know, pull this out of your pack, just hook that up. You don't even have to take your backpack off. You can actually have it on and just throw the valve in and, you know, just pump your water out. Fill up your water bladder to however much you want. Then you have clean drinking water, no tablet tastes or anything like that, or having to pull your pack apart to throw fill up your water bladder to start with and put purification tablets in. They're getting down there. You know, some people complain about how long it takes to pump, but you know, by the time I can have this done, somebody will just, by the time you pull your water bladder out, especially if you have your pack full, pull your water bladder out and the same to fill it. This is just a whole lot less hassle. So for a little bit extra weight, you don't have to carry as much water. If you're around a water source, I mean, if you're in a desert area, you're gonna be carrying water anyway. But typically, I try to hike where there's streams and other stuff because it's nice to look at. So this way, I can just, you know, pump in a liter at a time or something, or you know, don't have to carry as much water. Yeah, that's most of it. What I'm gonna get with that valve. So there it is. So that's a Katadyn Hiker Pro, I believe. These are about 200. If you watch sales, you can get them for about 200. I think I paid $230 something for it. They're right around $280 typically. So they're pricier, but they do have a good. I think it's a 20-year warranty. It's got the ceramic filter in. When I pull it apart, I'll show that. How to kind of disassemble it. So that's that. Pretty simple. Then you get your water in your water bladder. When you start this, you have to make sure keep track of which one's in and out. I'm going to mark those eventually, because sometimes you don't use it for a while, you just forget. It takes a little longer. You don't want to be getting your dirty water hose if you're filtering out of a dirty stream on your clean one and cross-contaminate there. I also use one of those lock sack bags for keeping the clean water hose and some other parts for it. Keep that all separate and clean and bacteria free. Alright guys, I'm just going to cover some disassembly now with the Katadyn. Show you how it comes apart. Top here, first off, you pull off all your hoses. So this works one-handed. It's your clean water hose. dirty water hose. Top unscrews here. And that pulls out your piston. Oh, every once in a while you want to keep oil. There's a little gasket on there. And then bottom comes off. Cover. It's a ceramic filter. So there it is. That's all there is to it. One thing I want to note too, when you're done using this thing for like the weekend or however long you're using it, you're gonna wanna, you might get a film depending on the water on the ceramic. You'll have to clean off. But once it's cleaned off and dried, you can run a bleach solution through it. But let this dry for at least 24 hours. Probably even more if you can. You know, put this away somewhere so kids aren't going to knock it over or something, because this is ceramic. If they knock it over, it will break. I mean, it's not fragile by any means, but you don't want them dropping on a tile floor or something. But let it dry thoroughly. I've done that a few times where I've rushed it, 12 hours or something, threw it in the backpack. And it'll start getting, after it sits, this will condensate, and it actually will have moisture in there, and you can get a bacteria buildup that way. So make sure this is good and dry before you put it away to store it. I mean, if you're going to be using it the next weekend or using it the next day or whatever, it's no big deal. But if you're going to be storing it for a couple weeks or however long, make sure it's good and dry. And then maybe even a week later, just go back and check it, because you might have to dry out some, because it'll look like that. I mean, this was just used, but it'll look like this after a week or so if you don't let it dry properly. So just a good note there. Just make sure everything's good and dry. Blow your hoses out and let them